Greetings and namaste to all of my radiant relations. This is George Shears. I've created the following PowerPoint slide presentation to honor one of the most important and blessed watershed experiences of my spiritual journey. During the first few decades of this journey, starting in the middle 1970s, I immersed myself quite deeply in the precious teachings of the Buddha, including, very importantly, their Tibetan tantric form. This included becoming actively involved in helping to establish and sustain the first Tibetan meditation center in Minnesota, named Sakti Thupten Darge Ling. The abbot of this center was His Holiness Deshung Rinpoche, one of the very first Tibetan Lamas to immigrate to the United States following the tragic Tibetan diaspora of the Dalai Lama and thousands of other Tibetans after the Chinese Communist invasion of Tibet in 1959. When I first met him, Deshung Rinpoche was in his early 70s, a very ripe old age for Tibetans, and especially those who had experienced and survived the great trauma of the Chinese invasion. Without question, he was a very highly developed spiritual master, having entered a monastery to begin his long meditational career at age 7, and having received advanced training and empowerments from a very large number of Tibet's most eminent meditation masters, he had come to be widely regarded as a rare Rimé, or non-denominational meditation master. For a full month in the midsummer of 1980, I and my family had the very high honor and bountiful blessings of hosting him and his brother, Dr. Nima, a Tibetan physician, as our live-in house guests. One of the many great beneficial side effects of this awesome experience was that Dr. Nima helped Mildred pass a large kidney stone with relatively little pain. She has been subject in all of her adult life to creating kidney stones. But this one was relatively less painful than most to pass. Dr. Nima had told her that it would be partially dissolved when it finally passed. And this is exactly what happened on the very last day that they stayed with us. One of my other many delightful memories from their visit consisted in listening to them always sing together a special Tibetan song or chant whenever they traveled with us by car. I understand that its main intention was to ensure that we have a safe journey. But its simple, repetitive, and comforting melody has remained with me ever since. And very recently, I was quite suddenly inspired to decide to utilize this simple melody to create the 7 verses of the song that follows here. I regard it, the song that is, as being constant with the precious teachings that I was highly privileged to receive from Deshung Rinpoche, along with the Tibetan name Sangye Dhondup, Budda Siddhartha, that he conferred on me. Over the many years since then, these teachings have continued to blossom into the highly liberating view of non-duality that I've now come to embrace. So, without further ado then, I will now share a version of this view in the following song poem. May all beings share equally in whatever small merit it may have. Sarve Mangalan. The Tibetan Riding Song. As we ride the waves of life each day, we need to be heedful of what we say. If we're wise, we'll watch all the thoughts we think, lest they may cause our precious ship to sink. The waves of life we cannot control, but they're all designed to awaken our souls. The more fully we open to receive this grace, the more we'll know our rightful place. We'll see that we and the waves are one, united in love as warm as the sun. As we then remember what we've sadly forgot, our tangled learning will start to unknot. As the light of awareness, we're all divine, and nothing is separate as I, me, and mine. So all endless ways we try to fill what we lack. We can start to see clearly our cruel cul-de-sac. The deep source of our seeking is what we already are. We are all none other than its unique avatars. And as Jesus taught clearly, we've all taken birth with the single main aim to bring heaven on earth. Since we're all one divine being, much like rays of the sun, it's part of our deep nature to love everyone, and to harm one another would be very dumb, as totally unskillful as biting our own thumbs. So with this special guidance to help open our eyes, may each precious moment be a joy-filled surprise. May the light of awareness that we truly all are be our holy guide, our most precious North Star. Namaste.